Welcome to the Boss Ladies Takeover Podcast. I am Danielle Hutchins, and we have Nicole Black. We have TQuest, and we got the diva herself, Chanel Narcissist. Welcome to the show, and I'm going to go ahead and turn you over to your host, TQuest.
We need sound effects. We need something. We need
part.
Okay. Why I feel like you was one of those kids that be so nervous. You got that one part in the play. Like, Mama, I'm up first. I'm the first one.
The news anchor. That's how I felt. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna give them the weather on today. It's gonna be spicy. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh, that is
wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
You definitely did that. So congratulations, baby. I'm so proud of my baby.
It's marvelous, darling, marvelous.
Oh my goodness, ladies, we're here in season 2.
Welcome back.
Oh my God, I'm so excited, I hope everyone is well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Doing a mental check since Danielle started it off when I asked you, her turn.
Man,
you good girl?
Is from what? 1 to 10? Are we doing 1 to 100? Are we doing a scale?
Why would we do 1 to 100?
Some people could be on cloud 9. So
I feel like I'm an 82.7. Like, no.
Okay. So I'm doing good. Personal-wise, I'm doing good. Like, personal life is cool. It's my work life it could be hectic. I had to leave work early yesterday because I told my manager to leave me alone. And I filled out a leave slip and left. Just like, no.
Didn't we talk about this before?
I just want to say.
We talked about her not being so open about her job issues, but clearly she don't care.
She has less. She retires on the 20th or something like that of next month. So yeah, it's been rough.
All right.
Well, let's just say Happy New Year.
Right?
Ooh, well, you did ask how she was doing now.
Right, you did.
Can't control the answer now.
And she remind me why I stopped asking people how they doing. When I say the answers are so unknown and unpredictable, like I don't even have the mental capacity. No longer.
You want me to tell the truth or lie?
No, I just want you to have a balance. I want you to tell the truth, but not the whole truth. But nothing but the truth. So help me, God, okay? Miss Black.
Yeah.
Where you at? Happy New Year. I see the her.
Y'all.
We see you.
Yes.
We see you. How you doing, Nicole?
Listen, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm listening more this year. That's my goal, is to listen more.
Okay.
No pun, Danielle, none at all. Your face said it all, but they weren't off the call when we got on the call. So I'm gonna just listen, because when you listen, like TQuest said last year on the show, that you can hear a lot.
Don't start. Right. Don't start. Hey,
So, yeah.
It's true. It's true about the listening thing. I don't want to get too deep in it, but it's real. I've been watching a lot of shows lately where the person's literally screaming for help. You know what I'm saying? Like right in front of their faces, but no one's really paying attention. No one's properly listening to what they're saying or digesting, because since so many people are going through, they ain't trying to see nothing else. And it can be literally right in their face, But
well, sometimes people are just so consumed with what they got going on with themselves as well, so that's life.
Okay, Miss Earrings. Okay, Miss Badu. What we doing?
appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chanel Narcissus.
As soon as I get this camera together, little
I
son.
tell you something.
Gosh, I don't know why I'm turning. What's up, everybody? Happy New Year! Wishing everyone a
New
prosperous,
Year.
happy year. You asked how we doing. I'm doing great. Kind of to piggyback on what Nicole said, I am going to start listening to my gut more and pursue what my dreams are instead of, I won't say being scared, but just being too cautious. I'll say that. So that's my goal this year, to be a little bit less cautious, if you will, by dropping my new t-shirt line.
Shameless plug.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I'm doing great so far. It's snowing here, so we're in the middle of a storm.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's no fun. But that's nature. So hey, why not?
Why?
I think we'll get hit on Tuesday.
Say it again.
Oh, wow.
I think we're supposed to get hit on Tuesday for the snow, because we're supposed to be getting snow. But I think
Really?
yeah, I think it's supposed to start Monday night, because like now it's like really warm. I mean, which is Georgia.
Yo, didn't that yeah.
Yeah, so the wind is blowing and stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, if it keep continuing to be warm and stuff, it's probably gonna stick. And I'm like, bruh.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Chanel, are you on your shirt? Wait a minute.
I am.
Look.
T-shirt collection.
Okay. Hey, wait.
Gonna take a good look. The Chanel Narcissus.
Okay. Well, since you, sorry, it's not my fault. It's
Listen,
Apple's.
I don't know what is
Well, let's focus on that. Let's
Let me
focus
see if I
on
can
the
put that.
shirt.
Hold on, let me go to this angle.
Where can we order your shirts at?
So it hasn't launched just yet. That's what I was just speaking about. Hopefully by the end of next month. But this line will be on the ChanelNarcissus.com website. And I have a Studio NAR line coming out that will be on StudioNAR.com as well.
She's such a boss, y'all. She's such a boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. I'm here for the boss ladies. I'm here for the businesses. I'm here for the Black businesses. I'm here for all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because Black is where it's at. And speaking of that, Chanel, since you already highlighted, who are we representing today?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, Chanel Narcissus. Like I said, so silly. This is my new t-shirt collection that I will be launching very, very shortly. So this is a Black-owned business. My earrings are also by a Black-owned business called In and Out. Check them out. They have some cute stuff, great stuff, earrings, jackets. I love moto jackets, so they have some of that. They have a lot of graphic tees, which I'm really, really into. So definitely check them out. This is from, it's so long ago, I can't quite remember, but it was a Black-owned company. They do a lot of head wraps and headbands and turbans and things like that. Once I get the name, I'll definitely get that to you guys. I love them as well. I have a few of their products. Lips are the Lip Bar, which is, I believe, Boss Lady color. And yeah, that's what I'm wearing today, which leads me to my Black fact of the month. So I've been doing some research on just, learning more about our culture and our people. And I came across the first African-American lawyer ever. His name was Macon Bowling Allen, I believe, from 1816 to 1894. He is considered the first African-American lawyer in the United States. He was also the second African-American to hold a judicial position in the country. He was born in Indiana. Then he moved to Maine, where he apprenticed under a prominent attorney with anti-slavery views, and he was initially denied admission, of course, to the main bar because of his race, which we already can predict that. But throughout his career, these are some of his highlights. In 1844, he passed the bar exam for non-residents and became a licensed lawyer. In 1847, he became a justice of the peace in Massachusetts. And after the Civil War, he moved to South Carolina, where he was elected as a judge in 1873 and 1876. And after the Reconstruction era, he moved to Washington, D.C., where he continued to practice law. So that's my Black fact.
I'm sorry, who was that? No, I'm blank.
You know what? just for the people in the back. His name was Macon Bowling Allen. Give it up for him.
Say it again.
Sound like making a band. Let me stop. No, that's awesome. That is awesome. And actually, where did you even hear about him at?
I just was doing research and just putting in first this and first that, and then I just kind of went down a rabbit hole, and I decided to feature him.
See, there it is. Thanks.
What's up?
I know, right? You know, listen.
Apples, man.
Together,
Absolutely. But that's awesome. I love the insight, and probably anybody who can be like a lawyer and stuff, because which we can definitely go down a rabbit hole with that too, because even I enjoy watching law shows, just like medical shows and cop shows.
Yeah.
But I never want to be in their position.
Yeah.
Or as they're on the other side, if you know what I mean. Because especially when it comes to like prosecutors and defendants and all that stuff, like sometimes you got to defend someone who is guilty, but in your mind, it's not about being guilty, it's about them being your client.
That part.
Yeah, like,
that part.
My mental is not for that. That's why to each his own, people's profession, you know, what you're strong enough to actually handle. Because no way.
Yeah. I wonder how they, you know, we talk about balance a lot. So I wonder how they are able to balance that, you know, what they truly feel or believe against what they have to do for their job. You know what I mean? Because everyone has to be represented. So they have a job to do. So I wonder how they're able to balance those different emotions consistently, because it's always something.
You know what? That can be a challenge. Let's see if we can find a Black lawyer and invite them on the show.
I would love that.
So, okay, I'll do it. So if anyone out there know of that was supposed to be Danielle. You guys did the commercials.
No, look, I thought you was speaking about like on our own time when we're done with the show, to be like, okay, invite somebody on.
We can do live. We gotta do live promo. We told you to start a meeting. You don't lose the moment. When you in the moment, you got to be in the moment, okay? So this is the moment right here. If anyone know any Black lawyers out there that has time to come on the show, pro bono,
that part.
Definitely let us know. We would love to chop it up with you, pick your brain about a couple of things, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. You know, you got it in the moment. Like before when I was talking about that, speaking of like the Black businesses and everything, and that company Bolique, I was talking about the lip glosses and the makeup, and you know, they're actually doing like a promotional sale for the women, which I'm here for, because in today's climate, there's lots of going on. All the prices are rising. I understand it's the economy, but it's still nothing wrong with giving discounts to your clients, customers, or potential customers, because it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay. You gotta get the money for the rent. And then that line is even stronger today. So I'm like, shout out to them. But yes, anybody know any lawyers out there, definitely let us know so we can get you on the show. Yeah. Okay. Hey. You know. Yeah. Danielle. I'm loving the China. I'm loving the China behind you. And looking at the China, it make me feel like it's time to get something to eat.
Yay!
Oh, it's me. Okay. All right. So y'all know. Oh, dang. Hold on. The name of my segment is Food for Thought. Is that right? Okay, praise
Yes.
God.
You got this, girl. You got this thing. Gone.
Okay. So, if you guys are ever in, I'm based in, the Georgia area. So, if you're ever in the Atlanta area, I have 2 locations for you guys if you love chicken and waffles, okay? The second location, TQuest knows about because I think I was there for my birthday and I sent her pictures of it. But anyway, so the first one is Toast on Lennox. First of all, they have 2 locations. One is there is one close to downtown, and the other one is the one it's on Lennox. Yeah, but they're both awesome. Their waffles are so amazing. Like they have vanilla in them, so a waffle isn't a good waffle if you can eat syrup on it. You don't really need no syrup on their waffles. Their waffles are that good, and they melt in your mouth. They're that good. And their chicken is so good too. They ain't these little bitty chicken wings that people or they not the chicken tenders. Because for me, when I think about chicken and waffles, it's a turn off when you bring me my chicken and waffles and you giving me chicken tenders. I don't get that. I don't understand that. But that's a whole nother thing. I feel like it should just be chicken wings. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But anyway,
I will when you're done.
Okay, praise God. All right. So the second place is called The Hive. It's in Buckhead. And they are my favorites. They have the best red velvet waffles. Yes, they're red velvet waffles. They are amazing. And they have the big chicken, which is good, which I love. The red velvet waffles, you don't need no syrup. And then they also have the crab mac and cheese. It's so good.
Girl.
No, it's good. Don't not.
No, that sounds quite delicious.
It's very
More to you.
good. It's real good. It's real good.
It
So
sounds that way.
Yep. So if y'all are ever in Atlanta, go to The Hive. It's at 1845 Peachtree Road Southwest. And yes, Southwest. And then Toast on Lennox is 2770 Lennox Road. Both locations are really, really good. They're awesome. They're going to be packed. I mean, it's Atlanta. So just be prepared to kind of wait a little bit unless you make reservations. Yes.
All right.
Like good job, Danielle. Like I'm not even gonna front. I've actually heard of Toast on Lennox from some of the Atlanta celebrities when they be like, "What's a good spot to eat at?" I've heard that multiple times.
Yeah.
Not discrediting you, but I'm just saying I heard about it a few times. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good thing because
it is. I mean, that means you know what you're talking about. It means you know what you're talking about.
Love me some good food, man. Okay, go ahead and talk about the
absolutely,
wing thing,
absolutely.
That's a whole thing to me.
Huh?
The wing thing, chicken tenders, no chicken tenders, wings.
This is how I feel about it, right? Sometimes people have a mental note of this is how it was originally presented to me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the only way it should be to me. And once people start remixing things, it's like question it. It's like everything in society, the music industry. Why are you growing up? This is music that you like. This is what you know. So once you start switching and evolving, like, wait, what is this? This ain't real music. This ain't real hip hop. This ain't real R&B. It's the same thing with chicken wings and the tenders. Because at the end of the day, it's all about who making it. And if it's
That's
good,
right. It's good.
Right. Okay.
Hello. What do you prefer? Chicken tenders or chicken wings?
Well, I prefer chicken titties overall when it comes to anything. So if it's the original boob or a piece of the boob, that's just me because I feel like food shouldn't be complicated. So that's my favorite part of the chicken is the titties. So if I had to choose, Long as it tastes right, I would choose the tenders. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Did I say something wrong? Like, what is happening here?
Not at all.
My ears were listening. I was not expecting.
You never heard of chicken titties?
No.
I'm not the only person who says it. They even say it. Like a lot of content creators, they say the same thing. It's not.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
Well, that's my answer.
Chanel, it must be it must be a South thing because we don't hear it here.
We don't get that.
Social media is everywhere. It depends on your scroll. Okay, it depends on your scroll. Your scroll is probably all Black woman and love is love and happiness and take one, take two, what it do? Like, see, there they go. They go to chicken titties.
You know what?
I love him.
You know what?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Well,
you know what? I forgot to add something. Have you guys had the Tabitha Brown seasonings? Any of them? Because I've never tried them.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
is it weird that I'm uncomfortable stating so many different people's businesses without having a sponsorship deal? Am I tripping?
No.
It's the boss lady mindset. I don't know why. I just felt like someone owed us 6 checks already. It could just be me, but
That should be one of our guests on the show.
Who's
That should
that?
be one of our guests. So we can sample her. She can send us a box of
We
stuff.
should do that.
And I mean, she did it on her show. Why not? Why not?
Mm.
Go ahead and manifest that
Yeah.
into existence. And, you know.
Yes, manifestation hunties.
I haven't tried it. I would say that I do know a chef that did send me his seasonings for me to do a review, and I did
Oh.
that. Now, maybe I'm not as a strong foodies as others, but I just use the seasoning just like seasoning. The food was just good. Like I didn't see like, oh my God. I would definitely choose this over my garlic and onion powder. Like I didn't get that mindset. It was just it didn't make the food worse, but it was still good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So why y'all all froze? Y'all can speak. You do know that, right?
Well,
You was in the middle of a thought.
No, that was the thought. That I'm just saying that it was still good, but
There was no wow factors.
you're
That
gonna
was-
ask.
sometimes you can taste it different depending on the seasons, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
with me, I didn't taste such a major difference using his seasonings, but the food was still good, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, that's you know.
But everyone has different taste buds and different preferences.
That's-
So
That's
you
true.
know.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, she makes everything look so delicious. Like as I'm watching her, I'm like, I'm not big on, eating a whole lot of vegan food or, of that nature.
Mhm.
And so looking at it, I'm like, girl, you make it look like it tastes good. And then if I
Yeah.
taste it, like, oh, no, it's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that at the end of the day, it depends on your taste buds. It's just like wine, I'm more of a Stella type.
Am I the only one that can't hear Nicole?
No. Listen, look. No.
Nicole, baby, we can't hear you.
Oh,
Say it
Oh,
again.
now we can. So we missed whatever you just said.
well, don't
And
worry about
whatever
it.
you say.
Is it gone again?
Not you. I think
Is
Quest is.
No, at
There
the
we
end of
go.
the day, if we couldn't hear you, like we value your words.
Oh,
So say it again. So what happened was
Right.
my girlfriends are now introducing me to different wine, and your palate is different. So now that I'm trying to explore my horizons with wine. It's a little bit more bougie and it's a little bit more expensive. So,
See, I have a thought in that.
yes, please.
Oh, bro.
Chanel, I can see your face. Here's my thought, right? Because I know sometimes some people feel like the more expensive it is, it's probably a better quality of wine, better tasting. I'm just gonna keep it a book, right? Certain wines that I've enjoyed that I thought was absolutely delicious was way cheaper than some of the bougie stuff that I've had.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they be like, well, this is a Merlot or this is that. I'm like, well, it's nasty. Like, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. And a $10, $20 bottle I've had before, it was absolutely delicious to my personal palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm a strong advocate. Like, I'm an individual and I am proud of it. But Chanel, you do love your wine. So what are your thoughts on what Miss Black said?
Say that again.
What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts on what?
On what Miss Black said about her wine?
No, I mean, you know, your palate's going to change constantly anyway. And it also depends on what are you eating with that particular wine. You know, they do pair wines with certain foods. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, I love exploring wines. I don't mind trying new wines. I am a red girl. If I do a white, it's usually something very sweet. I like sweet wine. I don't like dry wine. I don't like that in between. Sweet, darling. So a nice Moscato works for me. A Riesling. I will try, but Chardonnay and Pinot, all of those are just too dry for me. But again, to each their own.
But we don't do dry.
No. No, but I mean, I love that. I'm gonna keep exploring because you're gonna find wines you're like, oh, I would have never thought I would have liked this, you know. So that's all about growing and evolving, learning more about yourself and growing and finding out new things. So, girl, do it.
You can do it, put your back into it.
Oh, but you know, I hear music. I go.
Well, we all know the life of the party, Danielle. So when you out being grown, what you be drinking?
Ooh.
What was that?
She don't. She don't. The baby said she don't. Oh my god! Right on time.
So usually, for Cinco de Mayo, if I do start, or for anywhere, it's gonna be Absolute. Starting off, maybe about 5 of them shots, and then I'll get to maybe the lighter stuff and be chilling. Yeah.
We can't hear you, Nicole.
We listen and we don't judge. I'm sorry, Nicole. All we see is you touching your ears. You feel like you're rubbing around your testicles. Wait a second.
What?
What's going on?
Nicole, say something. That's not gonna work. I read it, but I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Awesome. Okay.
Now, what did you say?
I was just saying that, it don't burn.
Wait a minute. What we talking about? Wait a minute.
Talk about the absolutes.
The absolute.
Yeah.
Thank you. Clarification. Go ahead. Proceed.
It doesn't burn.
It doesn't bother me like that.
Wow.
Honestly, it doesn't.
What is that? Is that vodka?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at her. Look, she got so excited about it. Look at her, all excited about her strong water.
Oh my god, it's crazy because I'm the opposite when it comes to liquor. I don't like dark liquor. I prefer light, but I'm a dark wine. So yeah.
Thank you. Well, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, it depends on the moment, because 95% of the time I'm not drinking nothing alcoholic. I mean, an alcoholic beverage.
Right.
But like, if we out and we on a girls trip or something, I will get something cute, fruity, delicious, margarita or something, a lemon drop. It depends how I feel in the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a water juice type of lady. So see, Rose, he don't act up when I'm live, but that's a whole another show. Okay, I'm just gonna be clear. Okay, shout out to my booski Rose.
Oh, we're gonna have to all bring our children on at one point.
That's fine. Come on, is always well behaved.
Nicole, you can borrow one of mine.
So during the break room before we started, Miss Black and I was talking about how she met whatever it is you like.
So a couple of years ago, I was at American Black Film Festival, and with my some of my best friends and in New York, and I had walked it like we were in a room full of people, and I bumped into Vanessa Bell. And when I bumped into her, I was like, "Oh, I am so sorry." And she turned around. She said, "Oh, aren't you beautiful? Aren't you gorgeous?" And we just hugged. And I was like, "Oh my God." And I'm hugging her. And I'm like, all I can hear in my head was, from Boomerang. But it was just like, she was just so beautiful. Like,
I'm sorry, did you say from Boomerang? Or am I tripping?
I mean, no, from America. No.
Oh, yeah, because that's what I thought I heard. That's what I said.
From America.
Coming to
America. The classics of the classics. It is.
But I did see her, but she was just very friendly. And I think that people forget, when you are in entertainment, you're connecting with your counterparts who are actors and who are, I think that we forget as actors that we sometimes look up to people too. So it's just like, for us, it's just like, and then it's just like, wait a minute, we do the same line of business, and I hear that more and more. I've been watching a lot of interviews with different actors and celebrities, and I just watched one recently with Megan Good, because we have all getting ready to get ready on January 23rd. Little slide plug there of Harlem, and I'm looking forward to seeing
another
that.
check.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that on Prime. And but she was saying in her interview that one of her big time idols was Halle Berry, and for her to meet Halle Berry, she just walked up to her. They were at a cafe or somewhere, and she was just like, "Hi, I'm Megan Good." And so she said, "I know who you are, And so she said, "I just want to say that I've watched you, over the years, and I'm just so in awe of your work, and it's just amazing, And they got emotional. They were interacting, and they were talking, and so she was just like, she was one of me. And I'm like, I think we forget that we're human beings, even though we're in the spotlight, even though we're on camera, even though we're entertainers, we're still human beings at the end of the day. And I think that's what the four of us represent. We are in our own right of doing what we do best and sharing our light in everywhere we go. And but then we have to realize that, hey, people, we're people. We got blood just like you. We bleed the same. So, but yeah. What happened?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
That's very well. That was a word. I had to take that in for a second.
Wait, let me click the heart button. D Weezy.
Yeah, what's up? I'm back. I had to come back. My daughter, she was having a moment.
I don't experience that. But I'm glad that
do not start, Quest. Okay, don't start.
I'm not. Turn your mic up. Some of y'all a little low. I need to hear y'all.
I can't turn. How much turn
I
my mic
love
up?
the two people I barely heard is the two who knew deep down inside I was talking about them. Look at God. Absolutely. But I want to talk to you ladies today about the hot mess with TQuest when it comes to the opposite sex.
Oh boy.
They be on some stuff and I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? Because us in a relationship as happy and they don't like it, right? But you guys know when we are on social media, you know, we meet different people, different ages, races, gender. That's just a part of it. You know, you have conversations with people. Just because you're in a relationship does not mean you stop talking to people. You just got to make sure that that boundary is there and make sure no one tries to cross it, because my thing is very active when it comes to delete and block, right? But then, you know, over the years, some people re-enter your life, rather they've been off social media for a while, or you know, who knows the reason. So when they be like, hey, what's up, how you been, how was everything, you know, that happens quite often. You agree, correct?
Absolutely.
So I remember someone hit me up. I think I sent them a random happy birthday on Facebook, you know, because I try to connect with people. I'm like, you have to be here for a reason, so I'm just trying to figure out the reason. Do you need to stay or you need to be unfriended? And I always, you know, regroup on your birthday. So you're either gonna get a gift or something else. So, anyways, some person was like, "Oh, thank you so much for the happy birthday, love." I'm like, "No doubt." They're like, "Don't be a stranger." I'm just like, I'm always on social media, so I'm really not a stranger. All you have to do is click the name and then click the message, right? They're like, well, you know what I mean. They're like, to be honest, I'm not really on social media like that, but we can definitely exchange numbers. I was like, if it makes sense, then sure, you know. And they're like, oh, and then here's the kicker, because people are aggy. What up, Pearl?
Hey,
Shout out to Pearl. Oh my God, he is a TQuest and Dino favorite. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. So they was like, oh, let me guess. It has to make sense. So if there's not like a bag connected to it or whatever, then there's no conversation that need to be had. I was just like, you want to try me? Because I stay ready, right? And then they was like, oh, just a quick question. Are you still single? I'm just like, oh no, I'm not. Thank you for asking. But here's my thing. It doesn't matter if I'm in a relationship or not. I've wasted too much time in my 20s talking to people all the time. You know, be on the phone for hours for no reason. As I'm older, relationship to the side. If we are exchanging phone numbers to reconnect or whatever, what is the purpose of it? Because if you have something to say, you can say it right here in the messenger.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. Business does catch my attention because we grown, and we should be about our business. What do you want to talk about? Hey, did you see the new Harlem last night? You ain't my friend. Right. Like, don't make it seem like if it's not about a bag, I don't have a conversation for you. I'm just like, but what is your purpose?
Yeah.
What would we have to talk about? If you don't talk now, what will be the subject? Like, am I tripping to think that?
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
If it's not serving you, what's the purpose of even having a conversation? I'm sorry, just dropping a little word right there.
You better go and drop it. I know that.
I think people are just stuck. A lot of people have not grown. Like sometimes when people from the past come back and like in your life, whether they're friends, social, like a lot of people still in that, you know, I go to work, I come home, now I'm just scrolling, I just need somebody to talk to. I'm not her. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
If you don't set the boundaries and let them know up front, like I get it. If you haven't talked in years, you know, you catch up, you get the dialogue going, that's fine. But if your purpose is just to call me to see if I'm single, oh no, baby, then what's the point of us even talking?
I can take a nap.
Well, I think it also goes to what caliber of relationship was it before you guys kind of were distant or stopped talking? You know, I mean, I know life happens, and you know, you may not be as close, but was there some sort of relationship, meaning not, you know, nothing physical or anything like that, but was there some sort of, did you talk to this person a lot? Did you, you know, like what was the caliber of that relationship at that time? And now that you've moved, you know, forward into the future, okay, are we reconvening that? Or is this just, oh, I just knew you then. It's like, oh, what's up? How you doing? We'll keep it moving. Like, you just, I think about that because, you know,
no, I get that.
You know, so what was the caliber of the relationship?
That's the crazy thing. A lot of the people that's on my social media, the relationship is just the social media. Like this particular person, he used to work and do a lot of things for like independent artists. So with me always networking, like that's how we know each other. He like, you know, I don't know if you remember me. I'm like, I know who you are. I know the name of your business. Like, just because I'm just like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you. I'm not stroking nobody's ego. It's not that serious.
Right.
Because all you really had to do, if you really want to have a conversation, you could have just started the conversation and stop with the extra. Like, oh my God. Someone did it the other day on IG. I just said, if you see this, say what's up. They was like, hey, you probably don't remember me. It's been a few years, but you know, it is what it is. I hope you're good. I'm like,
dang.
What's up with the extra? You could have just been like, what up, Quest? It's been a few years. Like, what's popping? And we could have had a natural conversation. It's when you guys try to, what is that? When it, in my mind, they're throwing a attention tantrum. But you're looking for someone to stroke your ego and be like, oh, no, it's not even like that. Oh, my God. You're not getting that from me. I'm sorry. You're not getting that from me.
And here's your maturity and where you are, some people are still where they were when you met, when you were, you know, talking to them. So they haven't matured to your level yet. And it's no diss. It's just that you've grown. You've moved on. You know what your purpose is. Once again, some people don't know what their purpose is in your life at this particular time because they think that they left you where they left you, but you didn't.
Chanel, look. Boop. Danielle.
I was gonna say, because I feel like it'd be this. You know how you tell somebody, you know, you actually have their number, y'all are friends, right? And you'd be like, you know, happy birthday. You call them or you text them, happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. Here goes some money. Blah 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 blah. Then you ain't tell me happy birthday. What do you mean? I'm talking about on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, this doesn't really count though. If I have your number, like, it's.
Wait. You saying that you would personally text someone happy birthday, but they were upset you didn't wish them happy birthday on Facebook or social media, but you personally contacted them to say,
nah.
See, you get it. The extraness for no reason.
They wanted public recognition. They wanted public recognition because to them that was more important than the value of you connecting to them personally. That's more valuable. And you get money too. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
And my thing is, if it was the opposite, I would prefer you to hit me up personally because if you hit me up on Facebook and so many people are doing it, it may get lost in the shuffle. And if you notice I did, either you purposely trying to make me feel bad, which is stupid, you should ask for a refund, or you ain't that popping for the fact that you noticed that I didn't contact you. I'm just saying.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird to me because even like with you guys, even though I do have you guys' number and stuff, it's different because I don't see y'all like that all the time. So like if y'all post stuff, I'll engage and stuff with y'all, right? But if it's just like family and close friends, and I know it's your birthday or we hanging out, like I just feel like I don't have to post things on social media. Like that's just how I feel though.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's not like that. Like you said,
No.
everybody's not mature like that.
There you go. There you go. And there's your answer. I'm just saying. You know.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know you was having a party. This is before when the events on Facebook was popular. What you mean? And no, I sent you an invite on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even on Facebook like I used to be. I'm not on IG like I used to be. I'm actually learning how to live my life and live, draft out goals and, aspirations of things that I want to do with my life. So yeah, I'm about my life. I ain't got time to be who's doing what, now if I go there and I say happy birthday, I'm like, oh dang, how you know it's her birthday? Let me say happy birthday.
And you're lucky Facebook tells me too.
okay.
Hey BG.
Hey, good afternoon.
Now Chanel, you've been real quiet.
Know.
You've been on your willow. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. Like you've been on your willow.
Okay.
But I know you got some type of scenario that's like that when people be team extra when it comes to you and your tension conversations on social media. Because I understand you do more business on there, which is cool, but people still be out there peopling.
Not peopling. No, I mean, again, like I'm kind of like Nicole, like as I get older, especially now that they got rid of TikTok. Oh, we're not even gonna talk about that. But
please
TikTok
don't.
was more I know, but that was more my platform. So I might scroll, on Facebook and like Nicole said, like I might, somebody's birthday, happy birthday, but again, like I always think about, well, what was the caliber of our relationship? And does it call for that? Period. Like, because that is my business page. My Chanel Narcissus is my business page. My Studio Nar is my business page. So predominantly I'm on there for business. So if you notice, I don't really ever post personal stuff, or anything like that. It's more geared towards my business or moving things that I'm doing. If I do post something, my music is tagged in it. Or if I'm shouting somebody out, their music, what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But I don't have the patience, if you will, because I'm always busy. I'm always doing something,
But then busy, boo.
Because we boss ladies. But I'm just saying, But again, it's like, is this going to get on my nerve, or do I want to entertain this? That's the question, right? And are you significant in my life enough for me to entertain it? Like if I don't know you, I don't know you. So all the theatrics is not necessary. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you speak, I'll speak, hey, how you doing? This and the third. But once it goes left, that's it for me.
Right.
That's it for me. Because not everybody's going to know, are you in a relationship or not? Not everybody's it's going to know your personal business unless you are the type of person who keeps putting your personal business.
And it don't even matter. It shouldn't matter because that level of respect should be there.
Right.
Like when it comes to social media, I'm very open and honest about it. Like I could talk to different random strangers every day, all day, because at the end of the day, strangers are your best clients and customers. Yeah. So I'm cool with a conversation. It's just all about how you do it. I'm not stroking your ego. I'm just like, oh my God. They be like, hey, stranger. I'm like, oh my God, don't call me stranger. You know my name. Don't be like that. Like, come on, just stop. And you know why people do this stuff? Because no one calls them out on it. So they're just used to the same old basic mediocre. When they meet a certain caliber, they look at you like you the one that's tripping. And the whole time, no, you just the one that's not growing.
Woo! That's a word.
Yeah, go boop, 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 boop,
from that one.
Look at Danielle. You look like your phone don't work. I can't get it.
I'm trying to get it.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
Crack me up. Lord, I love it.
As you should. As you should. Okay.
That was deep, TQuest. I mean,
Yes.
deep. You know,
'Cause-
a lot of people don't. And here's the thing. You know, it's interesting. I heard a message once. It was a woman that did a poetry, and it was so funny because she was just like, "Why would I want to recycle you back into my life?"
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, like if we haven't talked in years, and you trying to come back, like, why I want to recycle you back?" Was it worth me going back? Like, think about it. And I said this once before, and I gotta put my own listen to this conversation. Okay, so I had to have a self moment when I had said sometimes you gotta leave the trash in the trash because you don't go back to the trash.
That part.
You don't go back to the trash.
That part.
Think about it.
There's no arguing in that.
You know, and yeah. So why go back to recycle
Well, goddamn.
when you were cycled out?
Hey, Dr. Marsha.
So
Thank you for tuning
Hey,
in.
Marsha.
I love Dr. Marsha.
I just had to throw that nugget in there.
Yes, honey.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. I just want to really quickly, since she's tuning in, I'm gonna say shout out to Dr. Marsha. You know, we just potted together on a Christmas special. She's so fly and classy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's about her business, you know, she's a
Yes.
professor and everything, but she cute. You know what I'm saying? She keeps herself together. You know, and she has a podcast for Grandma's 2.0.
Oh no, that's right.
Because, you know, back in the day, you know, the grandma with a tissue and a sleeve and a Buttersworth, and, you know, come here, baby. Like, the new generation, they ain't the same. So she has this whole movement to let y'all know, like, no, we may be grandmas, but okay, we about fire. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I just want to shout out her podcast since she's tuning in right now.
Yes.
But, Danielle. She always looks so nervous. She always she be looking like the student in the class and not paying attention. The teacher calling her looking for the answer.
That part. Oh God.
If it's in the case,
That's right, baby.
I'll be like,
We hit different, yeah.
Answer.
Huh?
Tell me. The teacher coming.
Oh, see, you one of those. Were you one of those?
No,
Honestly, I would be sleeping class. That was me.
You said what? You said sleep?
I would sleep.
Why?
In class?
Cause like, huh? No,
Look, we
'cause I would
listening
be
and a little
in high
judging.
school.
I'm like,
Well, you don't
this
need
one.
to because I graduated from high school. I'm proud of myself.
Well,
No,
praise
Right.
be the name of the Lord.
When I got out of school, Nicole.
What she
When
say?
When I would leave for class, like when I was done for the day, I would go to work at McDonald's. And I would work there and then get off at like 10 o'clock, go home, sleep, then have to be at work not work, but at school around like get up at 6 and stuff.
It's funny for her being a professor too, knowing that.
Right.
No. And then I was already ahead of my classes because when I did do summer school, I didn't have to do summer school. I was already ahead of all of my I had all my credits already. So I would just be chilling, going to sleep. You know?
So you voluntarily went to summer school?
That's
Yeah, just so I wouldn't have to do nothing my senior year.
Oh,
I didn't realize that was an option. If
I
I
didn't know
would have
you
known
could,
that.
right. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
So you always been a boss lady then.
Yes,
You always been working. That's what it sounds like to me. You always been working. You just slept when in between classes, but you graduated. So that's all that matters. Boss lady now. So I
Oh,
wouldn't
Lord.
recommend it to a whole lot of people, but
Oh, God.
you
Y'all.
know,
For
Oh.
me. See, I didn't have a job during high school, but I did have a
Mhm.
job during the summer, like right before my senior year, and I worked at this real estate company. But during school, like after school, because I was like the head of the drill team, Ladies of Harmony, the gospel choir, the choir. I was the choreographer for the hip hop team, so I was practically present at almost all the clubs too. So it was all my curriculums that kept me busy after school, even though some of my friends did have jobs and stuff. But that's what I kept, because back then, that's why I cringe when it comes to working with people, is because of the experience I had, because think about it, if we're in school all day and we only have like 1 hour after school to practice, and you coming late to the practice, and then you trying to leave early so you talk to your friends before the late bus, like you ain't giving much time to teach you nothing, okay? So then it came to the point, like now I got to come back to the school or stay at the school before the game to teach you the stuff before we got to go perform during halftime. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I stayed and lived at school, because at the end of the day, whether you performed or not, whether we're a team or not, as the founder and the coach and the choreographer, my name's on the line.
right.
That's a
So
representation
I
of you.
sacrificed hanging out or just chilling, because I said I'm committed to this. They loved it. During the pep rally, they want us to continue doing it. So regardless, if I got to stay at the school from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. just to teach you guys, then that's what I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Miss Marsha. But when it came time, once that song came on, every person for themselves. Because if you didn't learn to dance, that's on you. If you didn't pick it up quick enough, that's on you. In that moment, I didn't care what y'all did behind me.
Okay.
I was focused. That's the only time I didn't care. You know how sometimes you see you can pick it up while you're watching them, and in that moment I'm in the front. I don't care what you do. I did all I could before we press play.
Oh boy,
you're on your own for that 3 to 4 minutes, because the song was a little longer back then. You're on your own.
That part.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Ooh, child.
Oh, sorry, you guys.
Danielle, I tell you, I'm interested to know, like, because I'm not a big waffle person, but the way you presented the waffles today made me want a waffle. Maybe because I'm hungry.
She sounds like the student. When's lunchtime?
Right.
The one in the field trip. What we gonna eat?
It was that part. She got me at vanilla. So I was just like, I love vanilla too. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check.
Let
I'm
me
gonna have
see
to go.
if I can find a picture.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Hey Ryan, thank you for that's Chanel's line. Thank you for tuning in. We gotta get Chanel to do that drop. We're just gonna press play on that. But back to these foodies. She said earlier it was red velvet, right?
Oh, not a big.
Yeah, red velvet waffle.
I think I had it the first time I tried chicken and waffles.
Really?
It's in the crab mac and cheese.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You lost me at the crab. I'm not
right.
Not me. Give it to me.
No.
Lord, the crab, the shrimps, the lobsters. I don't care. Oh my. Ooh.
Yeah, not a crab person.
And you guys know I'm allergic, so I just.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I'll eat it for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like it's too much. Like my family, they love seafood. And I knew they was definitely happy when they showed me the pictures from, because they always do a seafood Christmas. And normally I can't be in the kitchen because I'm allergic to the smell, this, that, and the third.
Wow.
You know, like they'll have the shrimp, the crab, the lobster, all of this. But then I'll have like stuffed sole over here, which I ain't mad at, you know, but I know they was happy. They ain't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't. Even certain places, I'm just like, I'm okay.
So even if you take like a Benadryl or something, or some sort of allergy medicine, you still can't be around it?
Or the EpiPen.
No, we're not stabbing her with the EpiPen.
No, because I've heard stories of people who are allergic to shellfish that love it so much they always using the expensive EpiPen or taking Benadryl just to have a couple of shrimp. I value my life too much. Ignoring.
No, that's right, Ryan.
I value my life too much. I remember some of the experiences I've had, my throat swollen up, face breaking out, looking like Hitch. When when Will Smith took the shellfish? Y'all remember movie Hitch?
Yes.
How he looked like. I value my life too much to even want to test the waters. You know, so like with Nino, like he used to love seafood, but in his mind, he's allergic to it because he's in love. So he hasn't had it in years. It's funny because I remember when he used to call me, it'd be like this place always had a special. He used to go to it all the time. And I remember he like, yeah, I'm about to go get my special. I know. But ever since we got together, it's as if the place don't even exist no more. But that's real love, because a lot of people would not give up something they love for the person they love. They'd be like, look, I'm going to be over here with it.
Okay. I'm going to beat you back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least let's give it an hour. Don't worry, I'm gonna brush my teeth and give it an hour. Like, it's to the point he's like, it's not even that serious. So he's just not gonna eat it at all. You know what I'm saying?
Preach, Dr. Marsha. Yes, Lord.
We gotta get Miss Marsha up here. Like, I want to do a friends and like we gotta. Let's see what some other ladies is doing. We gotta do that. Like, for sure. I think you guys will love her. Like, yeah.
I'm interested to see, I'm interested to see the glam. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the glam and all the knowledge and wisdom that she's going to give us. Yeah. And to see things from different perspectives, different, times and generations, and what I went through, what y'all going through, it's different.
It's true. Even with us, we're only like a few years here, and then there's a few years here, then there's a few years here. But for some reason, it feels like we 4 different generations. Y'all don't feel that sometimes?
I do, absolutely.
Who's the oldest?
You'd ask this thing 7 times in a year. We can tell who the baby, the one that don't be paying attention.
Oh gosh!
Like, you just asked the same question 2 days ago.
And did.
Oh my goodness!
Oh Lord!
You really don't know?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, she talking to you.
I think I gotta go walk Rose because
Please do not get Rose. Please don't. You're asking me, do I know who is the oldest generation out of all of us?
yes.
I would say first generation.
No, first generation. She said first.
The hair?
Oh
wow. What you said?
I'll get back to y'all.
I already
I'll
heard
get
your
back to
answer.
y'all in this.
What
I
was
heard
that?
what she said.
What she
And
said?
she wasn't confident with it. She was nervous. You know, you're not supposed to ask a lady age what they say. She was nervous to say what she said, but I heard what she said though. Y'all didn't hear?
Yeah. Don't repeat it.
I'm not.
It don't need to be. Don't say it again. We just
I'm
gonna
not
move
saying
on.
nothing. I'm honestly not going to say what you said.
Yeah.
Even though you was wrong. You was wrong.
It was a guess.
Well, I just told you it was wrong, so it should be at least you should know who it is. Miss. It's Miss.
Oh, Ryan.
Right.
Ryan's telling the truth.
Look, didn't they used to say that at choir rehearsal? You can be loud and wrong in choir rehearsal. You just can't be loud and wrong on Sunday service. That's what they used to say.
That was deep.
Be loud and wrong. How was it? TQuest, don't do this.
No, I get that because like when you went, see, this is why I can't say this conversation with D-Weezy. Like I get that you can be loud and wrong because when you in choir rehearsal, you singing and stuff, and some people be hitting the wrong notes. You know what I'm saying?
That's what practice is for.
Exactly. That's why they did. So we get it. This is what the practice is for. So, but if we in church service now, Lord ain't gonna use you. Sit down somewhere. What?
Oh my God.
I was quiet during choir rehearsal because I was still shy, but I always went for the lead, which is weird, right?
Really?
I know it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. But long as I always sung that one time you needed me to audition, and the one time during practice, and then the one time for service. I did the same thing in school too. Terrified to sing in front of the class, but let me get in front of the audience. I was ready. I know it's weird. I always felt like bigger crowds I'm more comfortable in versus the intimate ones. If that makes sense. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, I know like Chanel loves the intimate shows. And then right there connected to my audience and my element, right? But I just always feel comfortable with bigger shows. That's just me personally. I'm just saying.
He sung in the background from time to time.
I've heard some of his little voice notes when he be harassing me in the messenger. No. You can hear that he got something. He just need the training to perfect it. But the potential is definitely there. I'll tell you that much. Why y'all you know what?
I'm not even laughing.
I didn't even laugh.
It was the way you presented it.
We listen and we don't judge.
You know what? On that note, I'm going to mind my business.
Oh, Lord.
No, because y'all keep trying to make it feel like I'm the dramatic one. I'm over the top. I'm extra.
Absolutely not.
That's supposed to be Danielle.
That's so true.
It ain't supposed to be me.
Oh my God.
But you know what, Miss Black?
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
It's time.
Is it 4:11?
It shows.
4:11 Eastern Standard Time.
4:11 time. Oh, y'all didn't understand. 4:11 is more than just 411. It's my actual height, but it's a world of information that we're about to embrace right now. So what's the 411 of the day? Let's get excited. It's a brand new year, y'all. It's a brand new year.
It is.
So, you know how a lot of us, start the new year off with resolutions and things we want to do and things we want to accomplish, right? So I said this year, it's going to be a little bit more intimate. It's going to be a little bit more personal. It's going to be, let's focus on setting out realistic expectations for ourselves. How about that? Because we expect so much from other people. We always expect things, for people to do things for us, and we have a certain expectation of what we want from them. But how about having a better expectation for ourselves? You ever think about that? Think about this for a minute. This is what I came up with. This year is about setting realistic expectations. What we expect so much from people, like I just said, how much do we really expect from ourselves? Let's think about that. How much do we expect from ourselves? Do we expect the bare minimum? Do we expect a little bit more? We got to set realistic expectations. So focus on expecting yourself to show up for you. What the world? Did y'all get that?
Look, I know you lying. Wait a minute. I know her last name is Black, but all I see is Black. Y'all see that too? Do y'all see it?
It's fitting. I mean,
it's not just me, right?
no, ma'am.
No, it's not.
No.
You know what? The show must go on. So focus on expecting yourself to show up for you. Set realistic goals that you know you can reach and expect yourself to reach it. Remember, the only person that is expecting you to achieve the goal is you. So don't disappoint yourself by not setting realistic expectations for you. That's the 411 of the day, y'all. Even with the blackouts. Okay.
When
Love it.
she got legit words from Miss Black.
Okay.
Yes. Look, all jokes aside, I get what she's saying. I 100% understand what she's saying because that's literally the season I am in. And, and I can tell select a few people that's truly tapped in with me, like they can feel something. Everybody keep asking me lately, am I okay? What's wrong? I'm like, why everybody keep asking me this? I'm like, I'm fine. Like, what is this energy you guys are getting, But I had to clarify some things so no one can worry. I'm like, there's nothing wrong. I'm just in the processing phase of my life. And I'm still trying to figure out the next move, if that makes sense. Like, still, the businesses are still going to be the businesses, always revamping, rebuilding. But where society is kind of forcing you to change some things. Pricing of things is getting higher. So then you have to really think about new ways of making more income, but you want to do something that's not going to make you miserable, but still enough passion and happiness that will push you through it to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not sad. There's nothing technically wrong. I'm just processing and figure out what is best for me in my new season. And it's just taking time. So when I'm on video chats with people, I'm listening. Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm here with you. But my mind is just going, trying to figure out some things. And that's the journey for myself. You know what I mean? And I'm like, y'all got to give me time to process because I'm catering to people 24/7. Right in this moment, allow me just to cater to myself for once. That's all I'm asking. Because like she said, it's the season, what I expect from others, but I'm in the process. What do I expect from myself? And what are the steps I need to do to make it happen? So I get that, Nicole.
And as friends, too, you got to set the boundaries, like I said earlier. some people, those that are closest to you, you let them know, like, listen, I'm trying to work on some things within myself. Hold your own self accountable too, because you can tell your friends, and your friends can help you hold yourself accountable to some of the things that you expect of yourself. Like me reading a book more. I'm only trying to give myself 30 minutes to read a book. Do you know how hard that is for me? Just to read and pick up a book. But I can pick up my phone and look at my phone, but I'm not picking it up because I'm picking it up to pay a bill. I'm picking it up, I'm not on the social media, but I'm picking it up to do what I have to do to keep me going. But at the same time, I'm also realizing, dang, I could be picking up a book. Go to the bathroom, sit on the toilet for 30 minutes and read a book. Whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Sometimes you got to do that. But at the same time, that's a certain expectation that you set for yourself. I think that we've lost, especially in me raising my daughter, her expectation is for me to be there for her. So I have to make sure that I make that time to be there for her when she needs me. Now, realistically speaking, there's some things that I'm like, mommy ain't doing that. So, but you got to set the boundaries. So the fact that TQuest, yeah.
Absolutely. There's a book that I'm reading. We All Should Be Millionaires.
Okay. By Rachel Rogers. All right.
There's a book that I'm reading. I recommend to all you boss ladies. We all should be millionaires. It's an eye opener.
Thank you.
I love that. And look.
Brittany,
Miss Book herself. Shout out to Whitney. And speaking of reading a book and taking time to do things like that, like with Whitney and I, we have our Whitney's Escapes book club. Yes. And what I like about it is it pushed me without forcing me to get back to one thing I actually enjoy doing, which was reading. So my thing is, I'm not reading 1,000 books like she does. To each his own, you know what I'm saying? But I do take the time out to at least read the book of the month. Oh. I'm like, what is, depending on your situation, not judging nobody, what is 20, 30 minutes so a night that I can give to myself before I go to sleep? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I put that in my schedule. I tell people, if you got a busy schedule, if you can put everything else on your schedule, put your me time on your schedule. Mm-hmm. So my book and my reading is my me time as I'm winding down for the evening, and I'm holding myself accountable. The book? Mm-hmm. We Should All Be Millionaires. Let me put the one with the title of the author by Rachel Rogers. You know what I'm saying? So, Hey Jenny! Shout out to Jenny. She was recently on our podcast. She got a couple of projects out and albums out that she's been pushing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely put out different messages for different people. So good people. We're gonna add her to our network once we started, ladies, because there's a lot of women that's coming in with the same energy, same vibe, and we gotta definitely get that network going. But yeah, Nicole, I love when you said that 30 minutes because how people like, oh, if you got time for this, you got time for that. Like, well, to be honest, when you go on your phone just to check the time, the social media icon is right there. So you can't help but to just start the scrolling. Right. You know what I'm saying? Good job, Brian. I'm glad you read. There it is.
No, the recommendation.
I'm on Amazon and I found it. Oh, the only thing that I don't, I found it. The only thing that I am, it's one of my pet peeves and not nobody else's, I will say. I don't like audiobooks. I like actual physical books, like that I can open and actually read. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to find the actual book. So I might have to go somewhere else. I'm like Barnes and Noble or something and try and find it.
Okay.
Jenny, I'm gonna send you the link to ours so you can join. So I'm gonna send it to you after the show, depending on because things. I'm gonna send it to you sometime to that. I don't put too much expectation. After the show, you guys, we all get hungry. We all want to get something to eat. We want to relax. We want to eat, like all type of things. Okay, but I'll give it to you sometime today. Reading is easy when you find out what to read, which is true.
That's true. That's true. I will say that. Yeah.
Now, when you were speaking about the audiobooks, you sound like Whitney, because Whitney preferred to read versus audiobooks. And me personally,
Yeah.
It really depends on the situation. Because some of the audio people, even though as a voiceover actress, some of them I get this is what we do, but some of them be dry as hell. I ain't gonna front. But I will tell you one that I didn't understand. Some of the ones I do enjoy is if you're familiar with a certain celebrity that's voicing their own book,
Mm-hmm.
you're hearing it in their voice telling their story. It makes it an easier read.
Yeah.
Like the comedian Miss Pat, I listened to her audiobook, and since I'm familiarized with her journey, well, her show, I'm familiar with her persona and everything. So when having her in my ear telling her story, I actually enjoy
She's so fun.
listening to it. She's quite interesting for sure. She's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
You either gonna laugh or be like Chanel, like, oh my god, this is so ghetto.
No,
Like
I don't know. I'm not familiar with her. At least I don't believe that I am.
I'll send her a clip from the Breakfast Club.
oh my gosh. Physical
Okay.
books probably on my
Interview
end,
was
but I can
like
definitely
epic.
relate. It's more for me to get books on. Well, that does make sense. I totally understand why. You got to find what's best for you. But yeah, Miss Pat is a comedian. She has a show on like BET and everything, and they gave her the green light to just be raw. So there's a lot of profanity. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real
BET?
like family that's like, yo, da 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 da, like, but it's funny too. So it's like an acquired taste. You're either gonna love it, you're gonna hate it, you're gonna think it's hilarious, you're gonna think it's too much. It really depends. And so with me, at first, I'm like,
they let her cuss on BET.
Well,
Oh.
on BET Plus, things happen. I don't know how it sounds on the regular TV. See, that's exactly what I just said. So she gets it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is on the regular TV, but she be going in.
Oh.
Okay.
Chanel, I'm gonna send you like some clips from her Breakfast Club interview. Like her Breakfast Club interview was so good.
Okay.
I've seen a few of her interviews, and now that I know her whole story, like it's interesting. From being young to selling crack to all type of stuff, having kids at like 12 and being a pimp, like she been through the ringer. Okay, she been through the ringer. Danielle, there's a hard copy. I'm in the car a lot, and sometimes when I'm in the house, I listen from my phone. So. But Miss Marshall was telling us about a book, Chanel, that we should read called "We All Should Be Millionaires" by Rachel Rogers. She said she recommended to all the boss ladies.
Oh.
So that's what we were conversing about.
Oh, wonderful.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm curious about Danielle's and Chanel. I love how you guys' names rhyme, like Tanzarine. I'm curious about you guys' input on what Nicole said for the 411 today. Enjoy more. He talking about Miss Pat show. To him, it's just too ghetto, too much. So he tried to watch it with me. Now he's like, I'm good, more for you. Right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Oh my! Hey, so at the end of the day, we don't have to like the same thing. Is that
what it is, or is it like a scripted show? Is it a reality show, or is it a scripted show?
It's scripted.
I found it. I found the hard copy. I had it.
Okay. It's scripted. It's scripted.
Oh, I will say
like it's acquired taste.
I will say I feel even like when TQuest just talking about how people just be asking you what's wrong and stuff, and trying to move with you know, the wave of things and how technology is really advancing and stuff like that. I will say it is hard because I do find myself at times, just as a woman, I feel is very complicated. Like just society is very complicated because just I think of myself because I work a lot. Sometimes I don't have time to mentally drain, like from the day or the weeks or stuff like that. So sometimes like I can feel overwhelmed, and I could be feeling like that for multiple days without realizing, okay, so you ain't been doing the proper care, for yourself. So, like for me, recently, I've been thinking about career wise, relationship wise, having kids, figuring out life. Like sometimes it can all be complicated. Like if you're not, just as a woman, I would just say it's just hard as a woman. So sometimes, a lot of times, I don't want to deal with it. So I'll kind of, push it off. But then there's other days where it's just like
Press
work,
it.
balance, life. Yeah, it's a lot. It can be like really mentally draining. So I've been trying to y'all know I do my self-care, get my hair done, nails done, and then I do
I
my
love
massages.
those. You're one of my favorite content creators. I love those videos.
What?
I'm like, I know her. I know her. I'm just saying, like, to know you, like, you're one of the people who do that. I love it. I love it so much. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I have to, because I work a lot. So I just be like, bro, I make all this money, even though like majority of it, investing of it goes toward music, because whether or not people realize, if you do music, it can be very expensive.
Not
Very,
it can be, it is.
It
and people
is.
sometimes well, yeah, it's very expensive. It's very expensive, and also me growing and finding a balance between, okay, then you got to pay your rent and you can't spend all your money on mixer and master. Like that's a real thing. But a lot, like society, they don't really teach you these things. Like it's, you got to get the dream, you got to chase the dream, you got to do this, you got to do that. But like you have to learn how to have a balance of it, and still trying to live, and still trying to pay your bills, trying to do this and trying to do that. So yeah, I felt it. It's a lot.
Yes, T-Quest, she got her hand up.
Look, I'm not even going to be all extra. I'm really not. I'm going to be really serious. You just stated that societies does not teach you certain things like that, right? What I've
Yeah.
learned is they do, but it's all about if you actually follow things like that. As we growing up, we're emulating things from our surrounding and our environment and our parents and stuff. But as we get older, we're learning,
Yeah.
like we're trying to learn things from people who've never even experienced that, because our generation is totally different,
Yeah.
which means is I'm coming to you to teach me something that you haven't even learned yourself. So you don't really get too far, right? Now with social media, all the outlets are there. But during the season when they was trying to teach us, we all looked at it like, yo, what? This sounds like a lecture. This is boring as hell. I'm not listening to this. But they've been trying to teach us forever. And now that everybody know how to work a phone and everybody know how to press record, now it's weeding out who's actually teaching me something or who's actually lying and entertaining me enough that the whole time what they're teaching me is not even real, or it's false. And then you got to ask people, and then you got to confirm, you got to do the research. So now it's there. It's all about finding who to trust, who's actually trying to give you that proper information.
Right.
And then once you start following those things, you notice the similar ones, because the algorithms and the metadata, they're going to start following. Like I know I got 1,000 social media pages, but there's certain ones that I only follow business mindset pages. So on my scroll, when I go on that particular page, all I see is everything about business, growth, meditation, healthy. And that's all I see when I'm on that page. So I know that in my scroll, I'm not just scrolling, I'm learning at the same time. Does that make sense?
You're feeding the source.
Yeah.
You're feeding the source.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think there's this happy balance between what Quest is saying, but also I understand completely what Danielle is saying. Because what you see again on social media, you see the highlight reels, you see the end of the process, or you see, you know what I mean? You don't see, okay, yeah, it costs $1,500 to get my songs for my album Mix and Master, right? They don't show you that part. They show you the end product, right? And then going to what Quest is saying, you know, you do have people who are like, yeah, you know, I get Mix and Master. They're teaching that information, but the reality of it is, a few years ago, we weren't even in this position that we could do this. It was the major labels, right? They have all the control. They have the backing, the financial backing, the resources, the distribution deals, all of that. So to even be an independent artist trying to do this on your own, if you didn't have somebody really being your bag, right? Or if you didn't already have the bag yourself, it's almost like, is this even possible to do? Now, yes, over the years, it has evolved and it has become a little bit easier, but it doesn't mean that it's cheaper. Right? And so you have to, as an independent artist, and I can speak for myself, you have to start to learn and develop different skills that you didn't even think you had to develop. So then when you have to do that, it sometimes can take away from the main goal, which is your artistry, right? Because now you got to focus, okay, I got to learn how to mix. I got to learn how to master. I got to learn how to record. I got to learn, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you choose to do, or okay, I got to work a certain amount of hours and make a certain amount of money to be able to pay someone or professional to do this, right? Because my thing is, if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. That's my motto, right? And so for me, you know, it's like following people on social media. Yeah, they give you bits and pieces, but what they're not really giving you is the full story. Okay, this is generally the breakdown. And the higher you go up that ladder, the more expensive it gets, right? And so then you have to go back to, okay, well, am I making enough money from my music to even support this? Or do I have to continue working and also push my dream and support my dream? Because at the end of the day, you are your biggest supporter because you're your biggest financial supporter, right? And what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. I tell my students that all the time. Which I can give you the tools, I can give you the techniques, I can give you everything I could possibly give you, show you, teach you, whatever. But it's up to you. What you put into it is what you will get out. You want to practice once a week, well, you're going to see results about once a week. If you practice 5 times a week, you're going to see the results that you practice 5 times a week, right? And so for me, I understand that, completely, because it can be very, very frustrating. It can be very, very overwhelming. But at the same time, you still have this fire where it's like, it's still got to get done. It's going to get done one way or the other. Whether that means I got to work 45 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours, I'm going to do it because this is my passion. This is what I want to do. And this will pay off at some point. But when you're in the midst of it and you got family and life and relationships and, all these other factors that are weighing on you, it can be extremely difficult to navigate through that, right? So, yeah, you have those certain people on social media who will at least give you the knowledge, but what they're not giving you is the full story. So then when you're in it, you're like, well, dang, I got to do this too. And it costs how much, right? You start tallying up all this cost, and it's like, oh God, okay. So it's either it's going to break you, and you say, forget this, I just can't support it, or it's going to motivate you, right? But sometimes we have to pull motivation from wherever we can pull it from, because we're so weighed down and so overwhelmed with everything else that's going on that we don't really have the time to, like Danielle saying, to process it. So now you 3 days in and you just keep suppressing. But the thing about suppression is it's going to come up at one point or the other, and you're going to have to face it, and you're going to have to navigate through it, right? And so I feel you, Danielle, because a lot of independent artists go through this. You're definitely not alone. I relate to you on so many levels, but I also, again, understand what Quest is saying as well. So that's just my 2 cents.
Girl, that was a whole. let me put some coins in.
Look. I'm not gonna press the heart. I'm gonna share it.
Lord.
Girl.
I'm very passionate about this, and
we know Erica Badu. We see the hair, we see the earrings, we know.
But it's so real, and it's sometimes it's just so discouraging, because it's like, you see others, it's like, dang, how do they how did they get to that point, right? Like they're making it seem like this was just so easy or it just happened overnight. And what people don't really understand is this didn't happen overnight. It either took that person years, or there was a shortcut, or they know someone that knows someone that knows someone, right? Because it's not always what you can do, it's who you know. You could be the baddest singer in the world, but if you don't have those connections or you don't know those people and the right people, because as we have already just said with Quest, there's a lot of people on this social media that are telling you lies or that are trying to get you out of your money, you know, and it's just not real. And so you have to be able to decipher through that. So then you got that other element added on. You get what I'm saying? So the only thing I could say, Danielle, and this is from one artist to another, just keep going. I know it can be frustrating and overwhelming. And this is to any artist out there that's, you know, on that fence. Just keep going. Just keep going. And as speaking on what Nicole was saying, you know, put your expectations there. Write out your expectations for yourself and do it step by step if you have to. It doesn't have to be the full plan. You do it step by step. And then you knock that off. Every time you knock it down, you go to the next step. And if you don't know what that step is, hey, talk to whoever you talk to, pray to whoever you pray to, or, you know, talk to another artist and to get that guidance.
I love the hand raise. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you so much. We have our hand raised from the panel of
Or as they did in church. So I was just gonna piggyback up on what Chanel said about taking it one step at a time. So one of the things that I wrote down in my goals, because I'm redoing things a little differently this year, because like TQuest said, I'm focusing more on, I'm internalizing a lot of stuff. I'm actually where you are a little bit, Danielle, because I've suppressed so much with so many things that I have not been catering to my internal self. Externally, yes, got that down packed. But internally, now it's time to really go in and figure out, like, what is the blueprint? What do you want for you now? Because you can plan for later, but what do you want for you now? What do you really like? What don't you like? What do you want to put in that's new? What do you want to take out that's old? So every month, so I'm writing out 12 things that I want to do. Just 12. You know why? Because we got 12 months. So every month, I'm going to focus on one thing that I want to do. Because when you put so much expectation on yourself and bombarding, because you still got life. You still got life to deal with. So put one thing down that you know you want to accomplish. If it's just want to, like this whole month, I'm going to just focus on writing music. That's it. Then do that. But make that time, 30 minutes. Girl, don't pressure yourself into doing an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. You got work. You got to be realistic. You know, so at the end of the day, you have to really start to put yourself as priority. Because just as much, and all I kept hearing was, you're investing in you, but you're depleting you too. You're depleting you, but you're also, because you're putting out, because you know you need that money to gain what your goal is and your dream is, and you're going to reach your dream. I see it, I hear it, I believe it, I know it. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm coming in agreement with you, honey. It's coming. But at the same time, like you said, you got to find your balance. You got to find, you know, that 30 minutes a day to just reconnect. You take 30 minutes to an hour to get your nails done. You got to take that same investment in time in you. So don't wear yourself out too much. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the moments. And that's the other thing. Enjoy the moments. Because we all know, as of last year, so many of our boomer generation of people have gone on.
Yeah.
So enjoy the moments. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm off my soapbox. I'm done.
First of all, I just want to say, I say I appreciate all of you guys so much. And
I just love her.
I feel like Quest, she be doing this on purpose because she knows that that we're gonna get this kind of result, like these heart to heart moments. Because in my mind, I ain't planning on having no heart to heart moment with none of y'all.
We know, and the older sisters had a conversation. This is your intervention. I can't. Can we love you, girl?
Yeah. And you're not alone. Trust me, you are not alone.
You're not. You're not.
You know,
Young or old, you're not.
no.
It doesn't matter the age either. I mean, it's just
Do you
all
feel
are going
like
different seasons.
I would just say that it doesn't. I was just gonna say, like, I just feel like even older people, seasoned people, younger people, we all experience it, but in different seasons and really ages of our life. That's why life is. It's to me, it be so weird. Like it's always weird to me because it's just like, bro, you like 50 something years old and you're experiencing something like I'm not judging, but I'm just saying like it's just interesting. It's always interesting how just life is and how people are. And it's just like I be amazed because when you think you know something and you feel like you overcome certain things and you're like, dang, bro, I just went through that and you going, that's crazy.
TQuest, we got a hand raised.
Go ahead with your hand.
No, because it's just funny that we having a deep moment and we talk about different ages and stuff. And did y'all peep? Then yo just broed us. I don't know if y'all heard it. She was like, bruh.
Oh, no,
like,
no, I did not. No,
Yeah.
I was just speaking in general about people. Yeah,
Bruh, look. It's fine. Look, that's your generation. Like, no, no, but like what you're saying, all jokes aside, it's real because that's what I tell people that come on my virtual couch, right? When I turn to Dr. Quest. I'm just saying, you keep expecting things from people who have not even grown to that level yet. Stop judging people based off their race, based off their occupation, based off their age. Stop forgetting we are all individuals going our own individual journey. That whole plot out, this is what you're supposed to do here, then you go to college and you get married, then you have kids, and then you do time. Like, no disrespect. That outline is for the average privileged white person. Let's be clear, okay? It was never designed for us. All right. So stop. They be like, well, you don't know, girl, you young. I said, I may be younger than you. But I've experienced more than you. You live a regular life. I've experienced a lot of trauma and traumatic things that people could be right next to me have never even known existed. You don't know my life. You don't know my journey. Okay. It does not matter your age. It's about your life experiences. I want to tell people, stop judging people. You don't know what goes on in people's lives. Just like people in relationships. They be like, well, I'm looking for someone to fulfill me. No, you're supposed to be whole. They're supposed to be the bonus. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't happen that way. They're like, well, how do you not know this? And you 50 years old? Like, Negro, you just learned 3 days ago. Stop. But that's a whole nother story, another day. But we put too much pressure on everybody else. And we should know better because we're already under too much pressure as an individual.
Yes.
Sometimes the pressure is on top of the pressure and you don't even know that you're pressuring.
Right? And sometimes you're not going to get a diamond. You're going to get some gas. You never know what's going to pop out. Okay? Let's be clear.
Okay. Or you get black diamonds. I'm sorry. That was
Nicole. You are a black diamond.
I know. That was that was my corniness. Y'all get it?
No, it wasn't corny. It was unique. Okay, so let's do a challenge, you guys, right? Let's
Okay.
do a challenge. Nicole just stated she's doing one thing per month for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just have some fun. If you had to choose one thing to do and accomplish this month, remember, it doesn't have to be extravagant. Don't stress your life, don't stress your brain. What would it be that you want to accomplish, even though we only got less than 2 weeks left?
I will say for me, um, finish reading this book. I've been reading forever. Lord have mercy. Just setting time to read it and get back, because I love reading, so just getting back into that. That would be my thing.
How big is the book?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not almost. I'm like probably halfway through.
Okay, that's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
I'm the same. I got that much book left. But see, I'm different. Because I know that I have dyslexia, so I'm a audio learner and visual learner. So for me, I have to hear it and see it. That's what helps me retain what it is that I'm reading. So,
Gotcha.
like you, Danielle, you like paper. I have so many books. It's ridiculous. I have so many books, like I have shoes.
Yeah.
So, I have all these books, and I'm sitting on knowledge, and I have to tell myself, you will not buy another book until you at least read 3 of them.
Yeah. Yes. Same here.
Because I get trapped by the titles. The titles be getting me. I'm like, oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Until like maybe another year or 2 later. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Danielle.
I don't know.
Oh my god, she doesn't know.
I literally just told y'all what was on my heart for the past maybe 4 months. So it wasn't nothing that's it's been going on for months. So I don't know. So I really don't know. Usually I really just want to take a month off from work. And then I would enjoy reading because I love reading. It's just, just don't have the time. So, but
Even if you
like
could
I
do
said,
just
30
10
minutes.
minutes,
It don't
do
have to be
10
nothing.
minutes. Just 10 minutes.
Yep.
This is how I feel. If I'm gonna do a 10-minute reading, I'm gonna be mad because I'm gonna still be wanting to read.
I
Like
get it,
when
but
I'm into it, I'm into it.
I get it. I'm the same way, but at least you got something in. I always tell my students too, even though I prefer, minimum 30 minutes of practice, something is better than nothing. So even that little 10 minutes, it's like, okay, push you to say, you know what, I want to get back to it. So let me find another 10 minutes, either today or tomorrow where I can finish that, the chapter or whatever. Then he's going to want to push you again. Okay, let me find another 10 minutes. So then to get you into that motivation or into that momentum that you need to kind of keep it going. Even if it's just 10 minutes, it's something. It beats nothing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
Okay, you know what? That's gonna be my
cut you off, but
I'm gonna do 10 minutes of reading. Yeah, no,
say
I
it again.
understand. 10 minutes of reading. That's gonna be fine. 10 minutes of
Ish.
reading.
So it's
I'm a
Ish. Because you could be in the middle of a chapter. Like if you know you almost
set
at
your
the 8.
timer if you have to. Set a timer. Get that bookmark ready. Roll the page at where you left off. You got to finish the sentence. But again, at least it's something. And it's giving you that momentum because now you're excited. I want to finish. So now you're gonna make sure you're gonna find another 10 minutes to go back and finish it. You feel what I'm saying? So and then those are those baby steps. Then 10 minutes can turn into 20. You can find 20 minutes, and then you start going higher and higher.
Mm-hmm. I just love it when we come together.
I know. Look, this is how we gonna be. Look, I already know how our money's gonna be. Did y'all do y'all reading today?
Well,
yes.
like I stated earlier, since we started the book club, it's already pushed me on a journey of putting reading in my daily life, right?
Okay.
So my challenge is not reading, but writing. Yes, I do write my the Quest Chronicles in the magazines that I work for. I do that on a regular. That's already in my routine. But getting back to my own personal writing would be my challenge because I've definitely fallen off on doing that. So
Right.
not doing it because I have to. I need to go back to the passion of me being a writer. So that would be my challenge. And I would do that, challenge myself to get that done at least 10 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. That's all of our expectations for ourselves.
Whoop, whoop.
This for the rest of this month.
We starting off right.
I know. Yeah. It's gonna be a fabulous 2025.
Oh my
But it's
God,
gonna
I'm
be
so excited.
We're growing in 25. We're growing in 25. That's what I'm putting out there. We're growing.
Mhm.
That's all I heard throughout the whole show today is that how much we are growing.
Mhm.
Other people that choose not to grow, that's their business.
I keep feeling like Danielle is passing notes in class. I don't know why. I don't know what she's looking at, but I keep feeling she keep passing notes in class.
Look, oh, some wings popped up on my screen.
Chicken wings?
Which kind?
Look.
Hungry.
Oh, Lord.
Are they lemon pepper? Because those
like this. No, I'm gonna get the lemon pepper chicken tenders today. But I'm also am gonna get like 6 wings, and it's the sweet, spicy, and bold flavor. I want to try it. It's called sweet chili glaze. Sweet chili glaze.
Wait a minute. Hands up.
Yes, TQuest.
Danielle,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you one question.
Oh boy.
Are you going to Wingstop? I just saw the email that they got sweet chili glaze.
Oh my word.
Oh my God. Like, as soon as she started, I'm like, wait a minute. What you say? And then I heard the barbecue. I'm like, wait a minute. I know those titles. Know the titles.
We some foodies.
So let me know how you like
Love
it.
me some food.
Let me know how you like it.
Wait,
I said Chanel saying,
you've had them already?
No, I said I just saw the email. And then I was like, do I want to pay this?
Okay,
or I can just go get some chicken and make it myself? Because they have the red hot chili Thai sauce anyway. But I'm thinking about trying them one time for the one time. What?
Okay, I'm gonna let you know how they are. I'm gonna get them
Thank
tonight.
You. Okay. All right. So
Make
I guess
know the next show we have, your take on it, so that we can all partake and go. If you give it a thumbs up, or yeah.
No, they're gonna have to give us some sponsorship, like.
See, now you're talking me and Chanel's language. Okay. Now you're talking the language. All right, ladies. Before we wrap it up, what else everybody having for dinner tonight?
I'm gonna make a chicken and rice soup.
Oh, it is soup season.
Snowing, and it's just cold and something nice and hot and warm. That's my dinner.
Oh, we have a hand.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like this is something important that you guys do need to know. If I ever come to any of y'all houses, do not serve me soup. I hate soup, okay? I feel like it's not food. Like, there's not enough food in it. So please do not serve it to me.
It's a good thing because I wasn't serving you nothing anyway. No.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Ooh,
But I love when people say stuff like that, because I just had a conversation with somebody and someone made them something, but they didn't like the stuff, so they felt bad because they didn't want them to think their food is nasty. They just don't eat it, and a lot of people don't have conversations like that because they're afraid to hurt people's feelings. So I like the disclaimer. Tell me now. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So if you do come over, I'm gonna
groceries.
make soup. I'm like, darn, I forgot.
Girl,
But look, we stopped down this road, so they just lines. But okay, chicken rice soup by itself. Is there carb on the side?
Just chicken and rice.
okay.
That's hearty enough.
You're hearty enough. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can sweet talk anybody. Like, all right. What's on your fork, Miss Black?
Oh, pizza.
Wow, you didn't even try to spice it up, did you?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Come on now, you're an actress. Come on, and take two.
I am going to have a delicious pizza tonight. And on my toppings is pepperoni, sausage, green peppers, a little bit of onions, and let's not forget the red peppers. So where are you going to dine tonight? Because I'm going to dine in Miss Black's house with some pizza. Get excited.
See what I'm saying?
That was
That's what we deserve. Okay.
Now y'all all know y'all want some pizza because the way I presented it. It's in the
Yes, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
That's I don't hear pizza, because pizza is because I'm a pizzaologist. That's my favorite food is pizza. So I don't want you to disrespect it. Put some respect on pizza's name.
It's one of my
But
favorite pizza.
thank you. I appreciate the way you did it.
I just wish it was New York pizza because New York.
Come on, because, oh, Lord, I cannot find good pizza here at all.
No.
Oh,
You got one?
Oh, frustrating. Huh?
Yeah.
Danielle, you got one? You got a pizza place? No?
No, I was just agreeing with the New York pizza.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Nothing like it.
Maybe I should challenge myself to make a New York pizza.
Why do you have to do this all the time?
Because I love the way it makes you feel.
And on that note, what are you having for dinner before we end this call or this show?
Well, I made some pork chops.
What kind?
But
What kind?
Here she go. I seared some pork chops and everything. So my thing is on the reheat. What I do is, like I told you before, I make the homemade pork fried rice. I'm gonna slice it up, broil it, put the sauce on it with the rice, and so. Yeah. I will go to the store and get some egg roll wrappings to make some homemade egg rolls to go with it, but it's so rain.
Lord have mercy.
We hungry. You can all tell we hungry. Our faces are saying it all. It's time to eat.
It is. And now I'm mad because now I gotta make it, and I wish it was already done. But it's okay. It's all right. Let's get it. Well, who's gonna close us out?
Who's going?
Go ahead, Danielle.
Every time I hear that, it makes me think. No, wait a minute. Every time I hear that, it makes me think about church.
Okay, yes, God, it's time for the benediction. Ooh, yes.
Oh,
Well, I hope you all enjoyed our show. We had an amazing time, and I hope you guys had an amazing time spending with us on today. We will see you guys next time. I was going to say something else. We'll see y'all next time. And thanks for joining the Boss Ladies Takeover Show.